Welcome back to the Grown Women's Table. Hey, it's your girl Lori. Hope you guys are having a great and wonderful day. You guys, we have picked up the new Natasha Denona. And this is the Golden Palette, and this is the Golden Highlight Trio. You guys already know we got questions, so as far as this palette is concerned, I want to know, are the golds in here different enough? I also want to know, is this going to be a palette that I would use like as an everyday palette? Is it brown girl friendly? And did I really even need it? And as far as the trio is concerned, am I going to use this all on my face? And should I have passed? I'm going to answer these questions, and you know what you need to do, right? Keep on watching. Hey, y'all, run, grab your chairs, have a seat at the Grown Women's Table, and let's get into this video. What we're going to do is we're going to give you the stats. We're going to give you some demos, and then we're going to give you the final thoughts. That's how this video is going to go. So let's start off with the beautiful palette. Now, palette is called the Golden Palette. It is $69 USA. You get 15 shades. Let me let you see what they look like. This is what they look like. You get all of her normal formulas, and then we're also getting that sparkling foil formula, and we're also going to get that, it's a sparkling wet formula that's in here as well. And of course, you guys know that you can pop these out, rearrange them, take them, mix them, match them. And now let's talk about the packaging, since we're talking about mixing and matching. Y'all, this packaging, oh, isn't that pretty? It's like, yeah, this is probably one of my favorite packages from her. This is just gorgeous. And let me just show you, there's a beautiful mirror. But you guys, even in, let me see. So you see you have 3 layers. You have your gold layer, a brown layer, and then there's another gold layer on the inside. So it's super, there you go. You can see how it's stacked. And it's raised up. One thing I would say, Natasha does great packaging. And again, like I said, you can punch them out, remove them, put them in other palettes, and, you know, create the palette how you want to create it. So as far as packaging is concerned, y'all, I love it. One of my favorite ones from Natasha Denona. Now let's talk about the Golden Highlight Trio. Now this is going to run you $55 USA. You will get 3 shades of highlighters in here. And you're supposed to be able to use this right here, like on your cheekbone, your nose, your eyes, inner corner of your eyes. So it's supposed to be kind of like a face palette almost. You can use it as eyeshadow. And the packaging, just like before, absolutely gorgeous. All the information about the products is on the back of this, as well as the eyeshadow palette, and they both were made in Italy. So great quality. Okay, let's talk about this palette, the eyeshadow palette. So what I did was, instead of just giving you guys the traditional swatches, I'm gonna put a picture up here on the screen so you can see. I wanted to put all of the gold shades together, so that we can actually get to see these shades instead of the other shades being in between them, to see if these colors are just alike or are there any real vast difference between the shades. So here's the picture. So when you see on the screen, we have there are 8 different gold shades in this palette. And when I'm looking at the swatches, I tend to feel like that. I feel like there are an array of golds. Like when you look at Nubia, I feel like that is more of almost silverish gold. But when you go all the way to the end to Alchemist, it looks more bronze, a little bit more bronzy gold. And Oro, to me, which is right above it, is more of a true gold. So when I do look at the swatches, I do see an array of different gold shades. Now, are they different enough when you put them on the lids? That's the real question. But I do see a difference. Now, I also did a swatches of just the browns and the creams that are in this palette, so you could see them together without the golds in between them. And I do feel like this palette will give a brown to just about everyone that they could use. I see transition colors for myself. Log, we're going to talk about Log. But Log is the deepest, and you see it's basically blending into my skin. So, but we're going to talk about Log later on. So those are the swatches of this palette on my skin tone. I just wanted to break it down so that you could see all the golds together and all the browns and creams together. Let me know in the comment section, are these type of swatches more helpful, or would you prefer me just swatching them straight out the palette? So let me know, especially when you have palettes that are very monochromatic. So when there's a bunch of the same similar type of shades. So let me know in the comment section if you prefer this way. All right, y'all. Now that we've seen the swatches, we had the stats and all that, let's get into the demos, because I don't want to keep y'all here all day. So we already know when looking in this palette, you're only going to get a certain type of look. You don't have a lot of variety. So we're going with golds and browns, and that's it. So I want to put on Log. You know what? We're going to put on Teak first. I'm going to use that as a transition shade. Let's do that. And we're going to do two different looks. So let's see what it does as a transition shade. All right, y'all. I love this color as a transition color. It's almost my skin color. It's just a tad bit lighter. I'm really liking that. Now we're gonna go into Log. Now let's talk about it. So y'all see that? It definitely gives me some depth, okay? It does. I'm not saying that it does not. But I feel like this particular shade, for me, or add another shade. She could have kept this one and added another dark brown that has some warmth to it. This is very cool. It gives some depth, but it's not giving me a lot of punch, you know? The description of this is a matte dark brown. And it is a dark brown, but it's a cool dark brown. So it's okay for me. Now on the lid, I'm going to put Oro on the lid. This is a beautiful, beautiful. Let me see what they're saying the description of this is. Metallic warm gold. Y'all, this is pretty. Go back and just add a little bit more Log to blend this together. For the brow bone, I'm going to use Flesh. And Flesh is described as a light, warm nude shade. I'm going to just, as a topper, use Fizzy as a topper. And it's described as a sparkling wet effect golden nude. And I'm going to use my fingers. I'm just going to pop it in the center. Ooh, that took that up a notch, y'all. I'm going to pull it back a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Log, the darker shade, and let's see if I can use it in the lower lash line as a liner. And I did get a little bit of fallout, and it came from the Fizzy shade, because I didn't have that at first, I don't think. Okay, y'all, so all I did was I went and put on some mascara, and cleaned up under the lower lash line. And so this is the eye look that I came up with. It's pretty. I like it. It's very simple. It was very easy to create. I just wish it had more smokiness, more depth with the brown. But other than that, I like the look. I like this eye look. Now we're gonna go with something very, very simple. Okay, I want to use this color Varus. They said this is a metallic antique bronze shade. And I'm gonna go with a one and done. Something very simple. We're just gonna put on the lid. And one thing I will say about these golds, they have a shine, but if you're looking for that where you're gonna be able to see the shine across the room, no, it's a shine, but it's not super, super bright. But what I do like about that, that means it's gonna be more daytime friendly to wear. But there are toppers in here that if you want to take it up to the next level, you can. I'm gonna go clean this up around the edges. Y'all see that? Really simple and easy. I think I'm gonna add this color, the aura color, in here as well, but just like in the inner portion of the lid, just to brighten it up some. Oh, that's pretty. Let me go in with Teak to clean it up, because that's a pretty transition color for me. Just to clean up around the edges. So as you can see, you can just use these gold colors and get a very pretty, simple, out the door type look. I feel like this is work appropriate as well. What do you guys think? Work appropriate? I'm gonna go back in with Log, only because that's the deeper shade for the lower lash line. Okay, y'all, so these are the two looks. So we have something a little bit more jazz, you know, jazzy, and something a little simple with a little jazz that I feel like both of these you could wear, especially this one. I would wear this to work for sure. This one you probably could wear to work, but if you want to go out after work and you want to have something to look a little bit, you know, like you did a little something extra, you can wear this to work and it'll still look good after 5. Let's put it that way. Now, comparisons. Me and my friend were talking, and I know this is the new golden. I don't have the original one, so I can't compare that to that one because I've never used it. But I know some people were saying that, oh, well, if you have the bronze palette, then you really don't need this palette. And at first I was like, yeah. But then when I really opened up the bronze palette and then did some swatches and comparisons, I was like, oh, no. Okay, so these are the two palettes next to each other, right? But what I did for y'all was I went in, and I'm gonna put a picture up now, and I swatched just the gold shades, anything that looked gold. So the top row are the golds from the bronze palette, and then the bottom row are the golds from the golden palette. And as you can see, the bronze palette is more coppery and like orangey type tones versus the golden or more true gold type shades. So I do see there is a vast difference between the different golds in those palettes. So could you recreate some of the looks? Maybe one or two, but I feel like these are two totally different palettes. So I do not believe if you have the bronze, there's no need for the gold. Now, I will say that this Biba palette is a great palette to pair the gold palette with. because if you're looking for some different tones and browns, you'll be able to find it. You'll be able to find even like that redishy brown color. So even the black will go beautiful with gold. So these are some some tones that you could definitely help elevate the gold palette. All right, now we're going to talk about the highlighter. Okay, so I did swatch the highlighters on my arm. I'm going to show you the swatches now. So at the top, we got Pearl. Then we have Sun Glow. And then we have Bronze. So that is how those are coming across on my skin tone. Now, as you can see, that Pearl, y'all, let's just go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room. Because the elephant's sitting on my chest. Lord. When I look at this palette, Pearl is my least favorite. And I do understand that this palette is not just made for one skin tone. But on my skin tone, honey, Pearl, no. I even tried to even use it as an eyeshadow. Because I did play with this a little bit. This is the shade I probably would not get any use of. You know what? I just thought about it. No. An inner tear duct shade is what I would... Okay, I could use this as an inner tear duct. But that's a lot of product to use for inner tear duct shade. So, that's the first thing about it. But I'm going to go ahead. So, I'm not going to even swatch Pearl on my face. Because y'all... No. But we're going to go in with Bronze, which is the deepest shade in this palette. So, let's go in and add a little bronze. Now, one thing I'm going to tell y'all, she pigmented, honey. She has a punch. So, you see that? Do you see? Do you see? And for a girl like me who's not big on highlighters, I like a very soft glam. And y'all, this is a very airy brush. And I'm just basically just tapping this. And do you see? Do you see? I know you see. So, and bronze is described as a, what is it described? A golden bronze. And she golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Let's tone her down. So for those that like it beaming to the gods, there you go. But you know how I'm going to do. Y'all already know. We're going to tone her down. But y'all, when I say she's beautiful, oh my gosh, beautiful. And as you can see, it blends out. But even with the, I feel like when you blend it out, it gives it more of a skin-like texture. And it has a nice shift, nice shine to it. Y'all see that? But it's not glittery. The formula on this is, I don't even know how to explain it. It's silky? Silky is the word I'm going to use. Beautiful. I love this one. Now we're going to go in with Sun Glow. We're going to see. I have another way of using Sun Glow, but I'm going to go ahead and just put it on my face so you could see. And then I'm going to tell you how I would use Sun Glow. Sun Glow is considered a nude gold. And I'm really going to use Sun Glow right up in this area. I'm not going to pull Sun Glow down. Because I feel like that's how I would have to just, on the high points of my cheek, is where I would use Sun Glow. Because if I pull it down too much, it gets ashy looking. Sun Glow is a very beautiful shade, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. It is pretty. But it's one that I'm gonna have to be very careful with. And now that I have my little powder, my little whatever brush this, what is this called? Y'all can't even get this brush, so. But as I'm pulling it down now, I can pull it down a little bit and it's not so stark. But we started right here. And I can pull it down a little bit now. And that gives me, you know what? I'm about to eat some crow, y'all. Cause now that I did it this way, when I tried the first time, I did it a different way. This is giving me like a no makeup type of look. Like you can see there's a glow. And because there's enough warmth in it, it's not coming across ashy. Now, I am going to compare Sun Glow to my favorite Natasha Denona, I Need a Nude. And I want to see if you got I Need a Nude, do you really need the Sun Glow? So that's how the bronze Sun Glow is looking on your girl. Very light, silky, a beautiful, healthy glow from within type look is what I'm getting. Now, I know y'all probably want to see pearl. Girl, I don't want to see pearl. I don't want to see pearl on my face. Pearl is considered a golden champagne. Where we going to put pearl, y'all? Let's run pearl down the center of the nose a little bit. Let's do that. Y'all see pearl? I'm going to put pearl a little bit up here. I'm barely going into pearl. But because y'all can see it's that little bit is giving ashy. So I personally am not a fan of pearl on my skin tone. If you are lighter than me, pearl probably will look amazing on you. Now, I could use pearl as eyeshadow, an inner tear duct eyeshadow, situation, but, that's a lot of product for me to just do that with. But I do understand the concept of this palette. We're going to get into a swatch, so let me go ahead and swatch Sun Glow. Yeah, the texture of this is so nice. It's so nice. That is Sun Glow. Now, my favorite highlighter of all. I love this highlighter. I Need a Nude. That's what it looks like. Uh-oh. Y'all know I can never do these right. That is I Need a Nude. Let me turn the lights down a little bit. So you can see. They are very, very similar, y'all. Very similar. And the weird part about it, I feel like Sun Glow is a little warmer than I Need a Nude. Can y'all see the difference? Let me give you a better swatch because this swatch is jacked up. And I don't even appreciate playing my I Need a Nude like that. My I Need a Nude say, girl, why you play me like that? You ain't give me no pretty swatch. Let me do right by my boo. Give you a good swatch. That's so much better. So Sun Glow is warmer. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to just go on and say, they're different enough for me. They're different enough for me. Are they different enough for you? What do you guys think? I don't feel like they're the same. And the formula is different too. Because this is like that baked jelly type, whatever you call it, baked formula. And this right here, I don't know what, y'all, satin, it's beautiful. And the way it's just sitting on my skin, I didn't even think I was going to like it, but now I do. All right, y'all, let's get out of here. We're going to get to the final thoughts. All right, y'all, my final thoughts on this. Let's start off with the palette. The palette is pretty. And I do like the colors of the golds. The golds are different enough for me. You do get a nice array of different golds in this palette. Would this be a palette that I will wear every day? Not really. Not for me, because log, you guys, I'm telling you, for me, this is a personal thing. I don't think it's deep enough to give me the punch that I like. Is it a good everyday wearable? It is a good everyday wearable, brown. But because I want a little bit more, I probably won't reach for it, because I'm not going to reach for this log. And that's the only dark shade in here to give me the depth that I want. And I feel like with this palette, some of these colors, like, let me show you guys. Here, those are very similar to me. You could have put in another deeper brown color in this palette. Or another something. I feel like those are too similar. And that's Sandstone. What is it? Sandstone and Aurora. I think that's what that one is. They're very similar. So I feel like this palette could have had something extra in it besides those two shades. It's like some repeat type shades. Do I recommend this palette? I'm going to be honest with you guys. Natasha has a bunch of palettes with golds in it. And she has palettes with different forms of brown. Unless you just want to have all of them in one palette, I don't feel like you have to pick this up. I don't feel like this is a must-have. Now, if this is your color story and what you enjoy wearing, then absolutely, because the formula, you already know, y'all, the formula is amazing. Pigmentation is amazing. And the colors are pretty. They are pretty gold colors. And I just, for me personally, don't feel like it's a must-have. When it goes on sale, I would definitely pick it up. Packaging, girl, the packaging, y'all know I'm a packaging hussy. So the packaging was like, ooh, give me. But the inside, it's okay. When I first saw it, I was very excited. But now that I have it, it's all right. So I don't feel like it's a must-have. Now, the trio. I will not be really using this trio like all over the face. But I will say, and y'all, this is probably going to shock y'all, but 2 out of the 3 highlighters I really like. And on my skin tone, I am here for it. I say get the trio. I recommend it. If you're my skin tone and you're looking for 2 different like type of highlighters, you know, we got this beautiful bronzy color, and then you have this Sun Glow is more light and everyday, but it's in a nice little palette. I feel like it's worth picking up. I actually like the highlighter palette more than I did the eyeshadow. I know y'all heads are blowing up right now. But y'all, I'm telling you, I did. This, to me, I feel like I will get more use out of this than the highlight. I mean, y'all know I'm gonna use eyeshadow palette, but I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. But I do not have a lot of highlighter palettes. So I like it. I really do. And the formula of it is, y'all, so pretty and soft. So pretty and soft. But y'all, that is it. In the comment section, let me know, did you pick it up? What are your thoughts about the eyeshadow palettes or the highlighter? And also, you guys, I will have an affiliate link in the description box. And I also have an affiliate link with Natasha Denona, where if you do decide you want to pick these up from her site, you will get 15% off. Now, you guys know, I remember telling you guys, I used that affiliate link with these type of products, not complexion products. So I feel comfortable using it with these type of products because you pretty much know if you want this or not. So that is it. Let me know, you guys. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek because your girl did pick up. I'm going to tell y'all. I picked up the Fenty blush and the lip gloss. So that video is coming in a couple of days. So keep your eye out on looking for it, okay? But that's it. Y'all can't even talk no more. I'm tired. So, to all my new subscribers, I see you and I appreciate you. And you guys know we are on the road to grow. So, tell a friend to tell a friend. And y'all don't forget, thumbs up this video. Please thumbs up the video because it really does help. And it's free. And the subscription is free as well. But for my new subscribers, I see you and appreciate you. And for my oldies, y'all know I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for all y'all support. You guys, I am about to get out of here. But I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.